Welcome back, my people. Visiting another church. I might just call this church tours. This is another church. I was driving by and I thought it looked interesting. I thought, should I stop and take a tour? There's nobody here. The car park is empty. Well, let's take a close look. But first, I think I'll take you through the perimeters. It looks interesting. It looks quite interesting. I think this building is an old building. I would like to know. I'm just curious, actually, guys. It's just out of my own curiosity that I'm actually filming this. But I just do this naturally. But today I've just decided to once again film my interest. So this is it. I take you on a little church tour of a random church. Oh, look at that. That's modern. That's been added, obviously. But the church itself, I'm sure, is... I'm going to guess... I've never been here before, guys. Never. Not even once. But I'm going to guess it's probably built 1945. That's my guess. What's your guess, guys? Write in the comment section what you think. Guess the age of this church. What year was this church built? I'll give you a close-up of the brickwork. I wonder if this is the original brick retaining wall. It's like a fence, but it's actually a retaining wall. It could have been added on later. I'm gonna guess that this retaining wall was added later. We'll see what type of mortar they've used. Okay, it's been stained red. We'll see if it's the same brick. And the mortar, give you a close-up, and there's a little ant. Nice plants. Most churches, and look, St. Mitchell's, Ashburton, and there's a school over there as well, the same. So I think this church is St. Mitchell's as well, or St. Michael's, sorry, St. Michael's. They've got a school behind this house, so what is this? Yep, St. Michael's. Okay. All right. There it is, St. Michael's. Now, what is the year of this church, guys? When was it built? Now, look at the brickwork. Don't know what style you call this, but it's like a cathedral style. That's what I'm going to call it, church cathedral. High roof, cathedral roof. Very tall with the cross at the top. Very typical early, late 1800s, early 1900s church. I'm not going to go in yet. I'm just going to give you a view from a distance first, and then we'll get a close-up. Nice gardens, very peaceful. Old tree. That tree looks old. Quite an old tree. But the outer bush plants on the outskirts, on the perimeter, they're definitely add-ons for later. That tree, I'm sure, would have not been there originally, unless this church is built much later than I think. These churches are usually so old. They were built in a time when there was not even houses or shops nearby. These are the houses that are close by, old ones. And then they've got some new houses over there. This is an old house. Most of the old houses are demolished by now. They're starting to slowly phase them out. Now I'm going to show you a little bit more. We're going to walk the whole perimeter. And it's perfect because there's nobody here. So it's just me and you. I like the bush effect with all these trees acting as a barrier between the actual church building and the busy road here. Acting as a barrier. Now, it is so interesting. I don't know why churches are so interesting. Back in the old days, churches were really They really spent a lot of money building churches. This is Australia, Melbourne. Most of the Western world had big, expensive churches that were built. Either they were Catholic, Anglican, Uniting Church. They had big buildings because they spent a lot of money. This country was built up, it was a religious country. It's a Christian country, so most of the items and studies and religion was Christian. And religion was a big, big deal back in the early times. Big, big deal compared to what it is now. A lot of people are becoming more secular. Look at these plants, the garden. We'll just walk around and see the garden as well. Just to give you a close-up and a feel of the environment that this place kind of brings as I walk around and talk to you guys, my fellow friends. Oh, look at those benches. These are modern benches. These ones were common and very common to find these. These were probably put here in the 90s, early 90s, and even the 80s as well. So these are from the 80s. Very common to find them in buildings built in the 80s and 90s. 1980, 1990s, probably about 1985. This style of modern, it's a modern style, and I would liken this style to some modern style from about 1985. So that's my guess is where this style came from, 1985. Oh, there's a little stone there. I mean, I don't know what you call it. It's a stone, so we'll have a look at that, but I won't look at it yet because I want to guess. Because usually on those plates, on those little stones, I can't remember the actual technical name for that stone. I think it's called a memorial stone. Yeah, I think that's what it is, like a burial stone, but it's not. They usually write the year this church was found, so it might be there, or it will be actually a plaque on the actual building itself. Usually I find that buildings this old, they have a plaque placed on the actual building. Now, let's go walk around a little bit more this way, just to capture more of the garden. I don't see, actually on that plate, I don't see anything written about when it was built. Let's see if there's any year here, but I don't think there is. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's an apology. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with exactly what crimes that they did, but I'm sure I have some ideas. But I don't want to say. I don't want to say what those could be. We'll leave that up to your judgment. But look at this blue stained glass. Isn't that nice? Look at that. They come up really good when they're clean, but they're not washed, so... Oh, this is a very peaceful tree. Very cool. They should have some more chairs around here. Stained glass up there. But these ones they've got a plastic cover, a Perspex to protect them. Oh, I like the solar. Oh, solar lights, guys. Solar lights. That's a good idea. Oh, solar garden lights, and you just... Okay, that's an idea I might one day choose to steal. You know, it's okay to steal ideas, just don't steal the item. Look at that. The sides, look at the tiles. Is this, guys, is this giving you any ideas of how old this building is? So usually these areas are called chapels, where they worship in this type of church. This would be the chapel. especially if it's I think Catholic church. This might be a Catholic church or an Anglican church. I think it's Anglican. Anyway, we'll have a look. Now, for some reason, this one looks really old. I'm gonna guess that this church has been extended or at least remodeled a little bit or added to. Definitely added to. Such an old building. It doesn't start off so big. It probably started off half the size. Now they've got these old stairs. It might be able to give us some clue of how old it is. Maybe, maybe not. This is a very old tile. I don't think you can ever find these again. There might be reproductions out there, but this type of thing is from, yeah, probably even from the 40s. Now, let's continue this way. Now, have a look from this side. Yeah, guys, it's nice to take a tour. Oh, look at the butterflies. I don't want to spook them. I hope they're okay. Hope they're not going to run away. It's very rare you see butterflies in Melbourne. But in summer, you do see them every now and then. And butterflies like it when it's humid and warm, especially after rain. And we've had some rain. And we've had some warm days. They got a little sanctuary here. Now, you see, I see a plaque there. So I wonder if that plaque, I won't show you if it's got a date on it. They've got a footpath here. Obviously, this is much more modern. This looks older. Okay, interesting. Now I wonder if they've actually added or extended this building over time. It's very possible, and the way you can tell is the bricks, they may not match exactly. But in this case, let's see. I can tell by the mortar. This mortar looks white-ish. The brick is a red, well, it's a clay brick. Kind of like a reddish clay. Now over here, the mortar is really dark. So they've done some either repairs or an extension. Those bricks look different from these ones. So they've actually done some repair here with some old, yeah, there's definitely some additions and I think maybe, well, there's a crack definitely up there, so there's definitely had some issues. Those arches are very prone to cracking because they're very wide. Nice little sanctuary. Nice seats. Now these seats, here we go. Seats donated by Herbert King and Sons. I wonder who they were. Herbert King and Son. Seat donated by Tobin Brothers. What? Tobin Brothers, that's a funeral. What do you call them? Funeral homes. That's the company. I recognize that company. It's a very popular company in Australia. Now let's just see. This is a memorial wall for all the, well, probably the big figures of the church who have passed away. They were, usually they're honored here. Now I'm just gonna read the plaque here. I'm not gonna show you the plaque until I read it. Blessed open Bishop. Well, it doesn't tell us. Okay. So this something was actually put, this plaque or this wall was begun at the 50th anniversary. That's when they did this. So there is no year at this point so far, but we will be able to work out, because I'll just show you quickly here. Boom. Where we go? Where is it? 50th anniversary. Okay. This is when this was put up. Wow, I'm already getting a clue. I'm not gonna show you anymore. I'm gonna come back here. Let's do a 360, then we'll come back and we'll do some some you guys can work it out. Grab your calculators, work out what year this building was built. Look at the stained glass on that. And you see, guys, there's actually another cross up there and a big stained glass wall window here. Kind of similar to what they have over there now. Just looking at what we have here, I can already starting to see a change. I'm noticing a few things. Look at this ventilation hole, ventilation thing, duct, grill, and this one different. That's a very old one, and the way this is shaped, I'm starting to think that this used to be the original chapel, and maybe that was as well, because that door is mighty old. That door is definitely from the days of ancient days, as in, look at the braces, the little braces, old braces, old, everything's old, even these hinges, the system looks old. That's modern, they've added that on, but that one is definitely the original vent grill, and maybe that one too. But I think this side was the original chapel. That's my guess so far. Then you got the stairs here. So the entrance definitely. And then they've got these solar stair lights. Wow, that's nice. 2 of them to light the path so you don't trip over at night. Look at this tree. Old tree, now it's old, they've been cut and now it's dying. It's dead. This is old soil. I can feel the soil. Very damp. So here we are. And then if this was the original chapel and this was an addition, then they've done a really good job blending the two. It's amazing what builders can do. But I'm guessing so far. Okay, let's go further. Go all the way to the back. Should we go all the way to the back of the building? I think what I do is, look at that. It's just weird when you see windows like that. Trees are going all the way up to the top. The gutters will be not functioning very well with these trees like this. Well. Look at this. There's a ditch here. Good thing that they've actually done some work to keep that highlighted. Now the back of the building, look at this. Look at this. The vents are old. I'm wondering if this was not the original. It could have been the original part of the building. Look at those windows, stained glass everywhere. Nice big drains. Nice big drains. Look at that. Windows, tall windows, reaching to the heavens, giving it that grand appearance. Look at that. Now, it's interesting how it's got these little steps. Oh, look at that big vent. I think that vent was definitely added on later. Look at these bricks, old bricks. But see, the mortar is not the same color. It's either been refilled, repatched up over the years. Oh, look at that grill. It's gonna be interesting to work out if it's original, if it all was built one way like this. This, I don't know if they would ever use a toilet over this. That's terrible toilets. I don't think these are functioning. I don't think that door functions. If it does, yeah, it's not good. So if you have a toilet like that, you have a toilet block on its own, a standalone toilet block? Doesn't make sense. I'm thinking they must have a way to enter from the inside to access these toilets. I don't think they would expect you to walk all the way around from the front to all the way back here to go to the toilet, especially old people. No, I don't think so. Or maybe they are accessible from both sides, but yeah, I doubt. So guys, how old is this building? How old is this building? I'm thinking the building started from there and ended here. Where this wall is, I think this is where the original building ended. Again, here, and then the other side there's another. I think this one was the original, starting here, going back that way, and then somewhere here they've actually done an extension over the years. Very, very likely, because it is quite a large church for its time period. And also, again, you see these tiles roughly in the same area. Wow. So this is where you would enter the toilets. You have to go up this ramp. This could be slippery. Wow. Not good. Wrought irons, balustrades. Interesting. Wow, look at this old seat. Boy, that is old. Whew, that's old. Very old. Yeah. But it functions. It functions. Nice grass. Look at that. Oh, there's more of that tile. So now I'm really confused. I'm finding these everywhere. So they were added in at some point, or they were part of the original church. Hard to tell now. It's really hard to tell. Look at the little window. Such a tiny window, very skinny, and goes all the way. Wow, that's an interesting window. I wonder if this is the same thing. It is too. They've got these tiny little windows. Slim little windows. That's a fine idea, because nobody can get through there anyway. You can't climb in. Even if you leave them open, nobody can get in. Wow. So that's the view from this end. Now we're getting a view from the front again. We're back to the front of the building. For some reason they've got this different glass window at this side. They don't have the same as what they have over there. Those big ones, and even that one is different. Okay, this could give us a clue. Maybe this side is the newer side. It's either the newer side or the old side. So they've added this in. This looks like it's a 90s item. Yeah, I'd say this is added in the 90s. Possibly even the 80s. But look at that. Look at that. Big doors. Now these doors, interesting doors. We visit a church again. And again, those skinny windows. Now I'm actually impressed with these little skinny windows, because nobody can get through there. Like, you can leave them open and nobody can get in. I like this gutter. Look at that way it's draining. Wow. Yeah. This is interesting. Big doors. Wow, we can actually have a look a little bit in there. Can you see, guys? Looks nice inside. Really nice. Do you see? Unfortunately, it's closed. You can't go in. But it's one really nice building. Yeah. Expensive thing. Look at these doors. Very nice. So these little windows here, they don't appear anywhere else, only on this part of the building. On the front part of the building, I like these drains. These are 1980, maybe 90s item. So this front porch was definitely added in around, I would say, in the possibly 90s. Look at that. And those are gutter drains right there, and draining into those spouts, downpipes, gutters, downpipes. So, I'll stand back here. Look at that. It's like a flying wing. And then there's an angel at the top there. I don't know what that angel is. Maybe that's Michael, the archangel. In the Bible, there is Michael the archangel mentioned, and Gabriel. So I don't know if that's Gabriel, but since this is St. Michael's Church, so I'm thinking that must be Michael. Okay, so that's what we have there. Just now, take a note with these windows here. And those windows, the skinny ones, the style, does it match? Does it match? It maybe matches. I'm still not convinced it's one big church from the beginning. I'm gonna say that this has been addition. It's very, very grand. Very grand. Wow, I'm quite impressed with the grandeur of it. Look at the way, well, that corner there, the way it splits. I think this is where they stitched it together. It's hard to tell for sure, but yeah, it's got cracks going on there. That's interesting. Council worker out there. So this window here does not match. It does not match. And you got another cross out there. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's why I'm convinced this is new. Now let's come here. And here we are. St. Michael's Parish Memorial Garden. Blessed and opened by Bishop Mark Coleridge, 15th May 2005, on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of this church. Wow. There you go, guys. So, it doesn't tell us what year, but look at this. The memorial of this church. Now, I'm going to say these are all the priests or reverends that have been at this church in the past. Yeah, so let's see what's the earliest years we can see of when these people were active in the church. So, 1928, 2003. Wow, they're quite old. 1914. I think this is when they were born. So these people were born at least in this time. That means this church has to be a little bit younger than that. So, and its 50th anniversary in 2005. So if you do the mathematics and work out when that was, guys, work it out. What year was this church built? If It was 50 years in 2005. So go back 50 years back. Where does it take us? Where does it take us? So I'll just a quick, count in my head. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not great at maths, but so far, from what I can see, is that from that 50 behind 2005 back, that'll end up at 1955. So it is an old building, but not as old as I was expecting it. I thought it was going to be 19. What did I say at the beginning? Did I say 40? Or did I say 30s? I think I may have said 1940 something, didn't I? So I was 10 years off. So, guys, this is the visit, the church visit, a church walk. And I think I'm going to sign off here. Over and out. Now I'm going to go back to my car, take my journey back. I hope you enjoyed the church visit. This was interesting. And there's a school, St. Michael's. I think it's a primary school. It doesn't look very big. It's a smallish one. That's part of it too. So that means there's two parts to the school. That's the original old St. Michael's school. And then they've extended it. Now it's gone this way. The modern one. So there's like 3 buildings here. Looks like that's a very old one. Then they extended it maybe there. And then they built this one. And then they built that one over there as well. Probably in 3 stages. At least 3 stages. Okay, guys. We're going. I'm leaving. It's time to hit the road. Time to hit the road. I hope you enjoyed the church visit. And I hope you got the answer correct. I hope you guessed it right. 1950. 1955. Well, at least you know what churches look like in the 50s.